Hi guys, ako nga pala si Ranul Magbo from IT2102 and today I will discuss the version 2.0 in chapter 11 and the last chapter in the CNA1 and then let's get started. In this chapter entitled Chapter 11 Build a Small Network. So for the start, it is about this point in this course, you have considered the service that a data network can provide to the human network. It is examining the features of each layer of the RSI model and the operation of the TCP or the IP protocols. And look again in the detail at Ethernet at Universal LAN technologies. The next step is to learn how to assemble these elements together in a functioning network that can be maintained. So for the start, we're going to have a smart topologies or the small network. The majority of business are small. This is not surprising then that the majority of networks are also small. A typical small business network is shown in the figure. With the small networks, the design of the network is usually simple. Devise that selection for a small network. In order to meet user requirements, even small networks requires planning and design. Planning ensures that all requirements, cost factors, and deploy options are given to the consideration. So, the first is the cost. The factors is the cost. Second one is the speed and expandability, operating system features and services, and others. So, in IP addressing for a small network, when implementing a small network, it is necessary to plan to the IP addressing space. All hosts within an internal network must have unique address. And then, the redundancy in small network is the data center that if one server fails, another is there to handle the customer request. So, another important part of the network design is the reliability. The traffic management. This is the traffic administrator should consider the various types of traffic and their treatment in the network design. The routers and switches in a small network should be configured and support the real-time traffic, such as the voice and video. The common applications, the network application and the application layer services. A common protocol uses the DNS or the domain name servers, the SSH servers, the email server, the DCP server, the web server, and the FT server. So, the most of technicians work in either a small or large network will not the same are involved with the network protocols. Network protocols support the application and services used by the employees in a small network. Voice and video application infrastructure. Business today are incredibly using IP telephony and streaming media to communicate with customer and business partners in the as shown as in the figure 1. Also in the VoIP or the devices converting analog into IP packets. IP telephony is the itself perform voice to IP conversion, and real-time application is the transporting streaming media effectively. Small network growth. This is the network documentation, the physical and logical topology, the device inventory, the list of devices that use or comprise the network, and the budget. Itemize the IT budget, including the fiscal year equipment purchasing budget and the traffic analysis. That is protocols, applications, services, and their respective traffic requirements should be documented. The protocol analysis. When trying to determine how to manage network traffic, especially as the network grows, it is important to understand the type of traffic that is crossing the network as well as the current traffic flow. So, capturing the traffic during peak utilization times to get a good presentation of the different traffic types. The employee network utilization. Types of threats. Physical security. The first one is the hardware threats, environmental threats, electrical threats, and maintenance threats. Hardware threats is the physical damage, and environment threats is the temperature extremes. And electrical is the voltage spikes, and the maintenance is for handling key electrical components. So, there are the types of vulnerability. The first one is the technological configuration in the security policy. So, network security weaknesses having a TCP protocol, operating system protocol, or the operating system weaknesses and the network equipment weaknesses. What are the types of malware? The first one is the virus. Well know that the virus is a type of malware that propagates by inserting a copy of itself into becoming part of another program. So the worms is similar to the viruses that replicate functional copies of themselves that can cause the same type of damage. So the Trojan horse is another type of malware named after a wooden horse that the Greeks used to infiltrate Troy. Unlike virus and worms, Trojan horse do not reproduce by infecting other files or nor than they self-replicate. So spread the user interaction such as opening email, attach or downloading and running file from the internet. Reconnaissance attacks, access attacks, denial of services, access attacks. It is exploits known as vulnerabilities in authentication services, and it is Trojan horse programs, packet sniffing, or the brute force attacks. And then the denial of service attack, and attacks are the most uh, publicized form of attack and also among the most difficult to eliminate. Backup, upgrade, update, and patch. This is the we're going to keep up to date within the latest developers can lead more effective defense against network attackers or the attacks. The authentication, authorization, and accounting firewalls is the most effective security tools available for protecting users from external threats and a lot of more. And endpoint security and device security, passwords, basic security practices, and a lot of more. The basic performance and summary of the conclusion of this chapter is in order to meet user requirements, even in small networks are planning and design, planning ensures that all requirements, cost factors, and deployment options are given due consideration. An important part of network design is scalability, and availability. Supporting and growing a small network requires being familiar with the protocols and network application running over the network protocols. Analyze enables some network professionals to quickly compile statistical information about traffic flows on the network. Information gathered by the protocol analyzer or the analyzer is evaluated based on the source and the destination of the traffic as well as the type of the traffic being sent. This analysis can be used by a network technician to make decisions on how to manage the traffic more efficiently. Common network protocols including the DNS, Telnet, SMTP, POP, DHCP, HTTP, and FTP. So it is necessarily to consider security threats and vulnerability when planning on network implementation. All network devices must secure, and this includes routers, switches, end users' devices, and even security devices. Network needed to protect it from malicious software such as viruses, Trojan horses, and worms. So, antivirus software can detect most virus and many Trojan horse applications and prevent them from spreading in the LAN network. The most effective way to migrate or mitigate the worm attacks is to download the security updates from the operating system and patch all vulnerable systems. Networks must be able to protect from network attacks. Network attacks can be classified into three major categories. The first one is the reconnaissance, access attackers, and denial of services. There are several ways to protect a network from attackers or attacks. So that the Cisco IOS configuration files such as startup config and running config should be archived. These files can be saved to text file or stored. Some models of routers also have a USB port, and this is copied to the router and switch from the TFT server and the USB drive. So, in this chapter, the summary chapter 11 is done for version 2.0, and yeah, I hope you like it and I hope you're listening